Good morning everyone, this is Manika, research scholar from Gujarat Forensic Sciences University. So today I will be presenting this poster on the topic Green Synthesized Silver Nanoparticle Conjugated Aptamer Based Electrochemical Sensor for Methamphetamine Detection. Now starting with introduction. So this work basically involves development of an electrochemical sensor where working electrode has been modified with silver nanoparticle conjugated aptamer that has been selected particularly for methamphetamine. So now you must be thinking, what is methamphetamine? It is nothing but a drug which is psychoactive abused compound that is associated with serious health complications like deficits in attention, memory and personality changes. So for silver nanoparticle synthesis, Selectionella biropteris was the plant that was used, which is often called Sanjeevani booty for its desiccation properties. The same has been used as both reducing and keeping agents. Then characterization was done using UV-Vis, FTIR and SEM. After characterization, aptamer was then selected using Celex technology and then conjugates were then formed and the conjugate was then drop coated onto the working electrode. The target analyte can be detected when it interacts with the conjugate that had been already drop coated onto the working electrode, since the target analyte is electrochemical in nature. So finally the interaction gives the enhancement in the electrochemical sensor signal and hence detection takes place. Now coming on to materials and methods. Silver nitrate, molecule water, methamphetamine standard nucleotides for aptamer synthesis, Legionella biropteris plant extract were used. To prepare Legionella biropteris plant extract, plant was then was first washed and dried. Then leaves were collected like this. Leaves were then grinded like this. 5 grams of leaf powder was then mixed with 100 ml of distilled water and aqueous leaf extract was then taken, that you can see over here. For instrumentation part, UV-Vis spectrometer, FTIR, scanning electron microscope and electrochemical workstation were used. These are the objectives. First, to synthesize silver nanoparticle, then to characterize them, then finally finding the aptamer specific to methamphetamine, then forming the conjugate between nanoparticle and aptamer, then modifying the working electrode with that conjugate, and finally detecting the methamphetamine. Now coming on to the results and discussion part. So silver nanoparticles were synthesized using several volumes of leaf extract and several volume and concentration of AgNO3. So this is the table. Then these two solutions were mixed and kept under incubator shaker for 1 hour under 50 degrees Celsius. So this was the color that was observed from colorless after 1 hour of incubation, and after 12 hours of keeping under room temperature, finally the dark yellowish color was observed that indicated the presence of silver nanoparticle formation. Then under characterization, UV-Vis was used. This showed the prominent peak over here at around 440 nanometer for this particular solution. FTIR showed prominent peaks at around these, and SEM also showed the presence of silver nanoparticles of diameter 40 to 60 nanometers. Then Celex technology was used. This is the structure of that methamphetamine specific aptamer that was based upon the lowest free energy values using M-fold freeware. Then conjugate was formed and further work still needs to be done using electrochemical workstation. That is the last step of the study. So finally it can be concluded that UV-Vis is the most efficient technology to confirm the presence of Ag and P at the initial stage, and then FTIR also showed these peaks that indicated the presence of compounds like protein, flavonoid and terpenoids, which are responsible for reduction, keeping and stabilization, and SEM also showed the presence of keeping agent in the extract. And also nanoparticles were polydispersed and concentrated and slightly aggregated. So it is confirmed that nanoparticles were formed using green synthesis, and the aptamer conjugate specific to the methamphetamine has been formed. Further work still needs to be done for final sensing using electrochemistry. Thank you so much. These are the references and you can contact for further inquiry over here.